Hi and welcome. As a part of discussion on the previous examination questions, we are doing this video. This is a second video on the questions from the previous examinations from the area of tenses, and we are going to talk about each question in detail and find some smart techniques how to find the right answer. And I hope this video will certainly help the job aspirants to get the job in an easy manner, and this video will certainly enlighten you how to avoid or eliminate the wrong answers and how to pinpointedly select the right answer. And this is the second video we are doing on the area of tenses from the previous examinations questions. And let us start. The first question: A, this book belongs to somebody. B, dash, identify B's question. So this is the question, this is the dialogue actually. A is telling this book belongs to somebody, and B has to find which question will get this answer. So answer is given and question we need to identify from the options. Let us see the options. A, whom does this book belong to? B, whom this book belongs to? C, who it belong to? D, who does it belong to? These are the four options which are given, and if you see what question fits in the given blank, the first one, A, whom does this book belong to? This is fine, good, it looks very nice, correct. And B, whom this book belongs to? So whom this book belongs to, there is no question word here, so there should be a question word here. That's the reason this option is wrong. And C, who it belong to? No. In a colloquial language we say who it belong to, and there is a grammatical error also. It belongs to, third person singular should take S or S, so basically C should be eliminated. And D, who does it belong to? So the question seems right, but it refers to what? So question is 70% correct. It is not clearly mentioned this book, so that's the reason D also can be eliminated. So finally option A, whom does this book belong to, is the right answer. The second one, choose the correct sentence. So there are sentences given below. Let us see what are they. Had I known of your arrival, I would have met you. B, had I known of your arrival, I would meet you. C, had myself known of your arrival, I would be meeting you. D, had I known of your arrival, I would have met yourself. So all four sentences options are from past tense, and these four sentences are from if conditional clauses, and there are three categories of if conditional clauses, and this particular sentences belong to third category. What is the third category? If clause has got past perfect tense, main clause should have would plus have plus verb 3. So all the four options are from past perfect tense only. Had I known of your arrival, had I known of your arrival, had myself known of your arrival, had I known of your arrival. All if clauses are from past perfect tense. So all of them are right, but the second part, we have to see the second part and we should eliminate the wrong answer. And the first one, the main clause, I would have met you, this is right, of course. Let us see others also. I would meet you, no, would have meet you. So this is wrong because there is a past perfect in if clause, so main clause should have would have. So that's the reason B option is wrong. I would be meeting you, this is also wrong. Would have and meeting you, continuous verb, no, this is also wrong. I would have met, this is of course up to here, right, not yourself, you. So this is also wrong. So finally we conclude that option A, had I known of your arrival, I would have met you, is the right answer for this question. Third one, if dash, you can go to Gir National Park. This is a question which is given. What are the options? A, you want to see lions. B, you had wanted to see lions. C, you wanted to see lions. D, you are wanting to see lions. These are all the options. We have to select which option fits in the given blank. Once again, let us see. If dash, you can go to the Gir National Park. So here can go is in present tense. So it's a present verb. So this is a if conditional clause. It is a first category of clause and it is a possible condition. In the blank there should be a present verb only. Let us see the options now. If you want to see lions, this seems right. A option seems very right. Let us see other options also. If you had wanted to see lions, but here it is can go is a present verb, so had wanted is a past, so B option is wrong, we can eliminate it. C, if you wanted to see lions, this is also wrong, verb 2, so we can eliminate C option also. D, if you are wanting to see lions, no, this is wrong, not you are wanting, so wrong, so this also can be eliminated. So finally, if you want to see lions, option A seems very right and fits in the blank. So option A, if you want to see lions, you can go to the Gir National Park is the right answer. Fourth one, let's hurry or we will miss the train. The sentence means, so this particular sentence means option A, if we hurried, we would miss the train. B, unless we hurry, we will miss the train. C, if we hurried, we can miss the train. D, if we hurry, we will miss the train. So let's hurry or we will miss the train means one of the following right option. And let us try to find out which is the right answer. So which sentence will give the correct meaning of the given question in the answers. A, if we hurried, we would miss the train. It is exactly opposite to the question. What is the question? Let's hurry or we will miss the train. If we don't go fast, we will miss the train. But in the option A, if we hurried, we would miss the train. If we go, we will miss the train. No, this is exactly opposite. Option A is wrong. Unless we hurry, we will miss the train. If we don't go fast, we will miss the train. So B option is giving the same meaning to the sentence which is given in the question. Let us see the third one also. If we hurried, we can miss the train. It is also giving the same meaning like A. If we go fast, we will miss the train. That is exactly opposite to the question. So option C can be eliminated. Option D, if we hurry, we will miss the train. It is also giving the same meaning as C and A. So it is also exactly opposite to the question which is given. So finally, we understand option B, unless we hurry, we will miss the train, which means if we don't go fast, we will miss the train. It is exactly giving the meaning of let's hurry or we will miss the train. So option B is the right answer. Next question, your friends have been wearing the same clothes for a long time. You think that you should buy some new one. What do you say to them? Your friends are wearing same clothes again and again and you think that's not good and you ask them to buy new clothes. How will you tell them? Option A, it's time you will buy some new clothes. B, it's time you buy some new clothes. C, it was time you bought some new clothes. D, it's time you bought some new clothes. So these are all the options which are given. Again, all the options start with one phrase, that is it's time, it was time, it is time. So all the options start with the same phrase. So we have already discussed this type of question in the previous video. So whenever this phrase it's time comes in any sentence, it always takes past form of the verb in the sentence. So if you see what is the past form of the verb in the sentences, given sentences, and that answer is the right one. It's time you will buy. No, will buy. No, this is a future form. So this is a wrong option. You can eliminate. It's time you buy. This is verb 1. So B option also is wrong. It was time you bought some new clothes. So it was time. The phrase should be it is. It's. So was is wrong. So basically the phrase itself is wrong. Hence option C can be easily eliminated. And finally, it is time you bought some new clothes. So bought is a verb 2 and phrase it is also is given. So option D, it's time you bought some new clothes, is the right answer for this question. Let's see the next one. You are sitting in a train waiting for it to leave. It's already 15 minutes late. So this is the question. What you need to do? The two sentences can be combined into one and written as. So these two sentences can be combined and can be written as one sentence. And what are the options? Option A, it's time the train leave. B, it's time the train to leave. C, it's time the train left. D, it's time the train leaving. We have already discussed in the previous question, whenever there is a phrase like it's time, there should be verb 2 in the sentence, because it's time always takes verb 2 after it. So when you see verb 2 in the following options, that is the right answer. So it's time the train leave. Leave is verb 1, so it is wrong. It's time the train to leave. To leave is to verb, to infinitive. This is also wrong. It's time the train left. This is verb 2. So of course option C seems to be very right. And let us see the fourth one also, option D. It's time the train leaving. Leaving verb 4. No, this is also wrong. So finally option C, it's time the train left. So once again I tell the same thing. It's time is a phrase. It always takes verb 2 after it. So most of the time in most of the examinations this type of question is given. So it is very easy to remember. Whenever there is a phrase it's time, there should be verb 2. That's fixed. Next question. While we dash in the fields, we dash a snake. There are two verbs given, walk, see. The first blank should be filled with walk. Second blank should be filled with see. Let us see the options now. A, were walking, saw. B, walked, had seen. C, walked, saw. D, were walking, had seen. So obviously all the verbs are from past tense, and we have discussed what are the possible combinations of any past tense. What are they? The first one, simple past plus simple past. Second one, simple past plus past continuous. Third one, simple past and past perfect tense. And if we see the combinations, were walking, saw, of course, seems right. Walked, had seen, okay. Walked, saw, this is also seems right. Were walking, had seen. Now this is obviously D option is wrong basically. So we can eliminate from the possible combinations. So this is not a possible combination from the basic rule. So D answer can be eliminated, and remaining 3 we will select which is the right answer. So while means it was continuing. The key word is while. While means it was continuing activity. So when it was continuing activity in the past, it should be in past continuous. So walk verb should be in past continuous. So were is a helping verb. Since it was a continuous action, it should be a continuous verb. So walking. So were walking. So first blank should be filled with were walking. And what are the were walking blanks given here? Only one, option A. Were walking, saw. Walked, no, this is wrong. See, walked, this is also wrong. So from the first blank itself we can identify while we were walking, of course, in the fields, we saw a snake. The second rule is fulfilled. While we were walking, past continuous tense, we saw a snake, simple past tense. So this is the combination, simple past tense plus past continuous tense. If you see the explanation, while one activity was going on in the past, if some other activity occurs in between, the activity which was going on in the past should be written in past continuous tense, and whatever activity comes the second, it should be written in simple past tense. Hence, while we were walking was the activity which was going, and we saw a snake was the second activity. That's the reason it is written in simple past tense. So answer A, were walking, saw is the right answer. Next question. Lata and Prasanna were able to cross the road. This sentence explains. So what is the meaning of this sentence? Option A past action, B, a past ability, C, a possibility, D, an obligation. So what does this sentence explain? Let us read the sentence again. Lata and Prasanna, these two girls, were able to cross the road. Able means ability. This particular word able refers to ability of any person or two persons. So from the question itself we can identify this particular sentence is talking about ability. Then what ability? Is it present ability or past ability? If you see the sentence, were able to, were means it's a past verb. So it should be a past ability, not the present ability or future ability. So Lata and Prasanna were able to cross the road. So it was their past ability. They were able to cross the road. In the past, they had the ability to cross the road. So finally, from the question itself we can understand option B, a past ability. So this sentence is explaining about the past ability of Lata and Prasanna. So option B, past ability, is the right answer. The next question, Hari and Ravi dash here for 10 years. This is a question. Let us see the options. A, live, B, lived, C, are living, D, have been living. So let us read the question. Hari and Ravi dash here for 10 years. So for 10 years is a key word here. So they have been living here. Hari and Ravi started the activity of living here 10 years ago, and they have been doing this particular activity of living here, and it's now 10 years. So when this is a situation, and this situation has to be written in present perfect continuous tense. The structure of a present perfect continuous tense is has or have plus been plus verb 4, that is ing form. So we have only one option, that is the right option here. D, have been living, is the right answer. Why not live? Because it's a verb 1, lived verb 2, are living is a continuous form. No, this is also wrong. So that's the reason fourth option, have been living. Why have? Hari and Ravi, plural, not has. Okay, so Hari and Ravi have been living here for 10 years is the right and correct answer for this question. The next question, if Raju had been honest dash, choose the correct answer to complete the sentence. So we have to fill this blank choosing the right answer from the given options. Option A, he would have returned the money. B, he would return the money. C, he would have returned the money. D, he would has returned the money. Now come back to the question, if Raju had been honest. Basically we can understand this is if conditional clause. Had been means this is a third conditional sentence, third type of conditional sentence. So in the if clause, we have already discussed earlier, if the if clause contains had been, that is past perfect tense. If clause contains past perfect tense, and main clause will take would plus have plus verb 3. And let us see the structure, would plus have plus verb 3. Would had, no, it is had. So option A is wrong. Would return, there is no have here and there is no verb 3. So option B is also wrong. And option C, would have returned. Yeah, this option seems very right. Let us wait and see the fourth one also. Would has, there is has, no, would has. So has, option D is also wrong. So finally option C, would have returned the money. So when you read the question, if Raju had been honest, he would have returned the money. So if clause is having past perfect tense and main clause is having the structure of would plus have plus verb 3. So this is the third category of if conditional clause. So I hope you have understood. In this video we have discussed some of the smart ways to identify the right answer, and quick ways to eliminate the wrong answers. And all these questions are from the area of tenses, that is subject verb agreement. And if you really understand these questions, you would be able to answer in the examinations so well, and you can save the time and score more marks. And if you really want to understand all of them in a easy manner, you have to have a basic understanding of what are tenses and structures of tenses and when they are to be used. And if you really want the entire information about the tenses, I have given the link below. All the tenses were explained in an easy and a simple method by giving simple examinations, live examinations, and you can listen to that video and come back to this video so that you would understand this video in a better and the best way possible. All the very best. See you in the next video.